You never know how influential you are. Because sometimes you go in and you don't think you've had any impact at all. And I'll get a letter 2 years later saying, do you remember that conversation you had with so-and-so? And I'll have to think and go, well, yeah, we shared a cup of tea, but it was maybe 15 minutes. Well, he's now gone on to do this, that, and that based on his contact with you. So, and I would have never, ever known that I had any influence on this child at all. But I guess the first story that comes to mind is I had the great privilege of being invited into a girls' home down in southern India. It was a Muslim girls' home, and they had never let a foreigner in before. And the lead person was a friend of a friend, so she brought me in, and the girls, this was not so long after 9/11, and the girls were very afraid and very timid and very reserved and very held back. And I wasn't quite sure how to go about what I was going to do there and exactly what they wanted my role to be there. I knew I would be there for approximately an hour and a half. I wanted to do an art exchange, so I didn't know how to break the ice. And I sat down with them, and I had a friend who was translating because only a few of them had English. And finally I just said, I would like to do art with you. I'm not sure how to begin. Help me. And the girls were really quiet. And finally one of them raised her hand and she said, well, we need to know why you're here. I said, that's a valid question. I'm here because I care, and because I wanted to meet you, and because I wanted to do an art exchange program, because I think that you have something to give the world, and I think that the world has something to give you. And then the girl said, but you're an American and we're Muslim, don't you hate us? And I said, not at all, not in the least. There are problems between the cultures, but not problems between you and I, and we're individuals, and I'm here just for you. And then it just got lighter and lighter, and pretty soon, within 20 minutes, they're like climbing all over me, they're rubbing my skin to see if the white comes off, they're pulling my hair, they're poking me in the eye, they're like, they'd never seen light eyes and light hair, and we were giggling and laughing, and they're drawing pictures, and when I left, they said, you are our sister,